Hey guys, Dan from worldofmrgrey, Dan off the grey, and we are finally back. I say finally every time like it's been years. It's about 3 weeks, 2 weeks. With a breakdown analysis of Slapped Ham. We haven't looked at Slapped Ham for a while, at least I don't think. I thought it was quite recent. It was like, bloody hell, it was almost like a month and a half ago. But yes, we're going to have a look at Slapped Ham. Breakdown analysis. And I hope everyone's enjoying the little short form videos I keep putting out in between because one, because I enjoyed making them. There are a lot of how-to videos and just short little media things, which you're going to be seeing more of as the days go by. I don't know how to speak today, it's weird. They're just like little short form videos in between the longer videos where I usually ramble and go on for way too long. You're going to be seeing a lot more of them. And if this is the future now, if you're watching this on the 30th of November, Wednesday, Wales have won. Wales beat England in the World Cup 2-1. We'll see if that's right. There's the date right there, making that prediction right now. Wales to beat England 2-1. And if they didn't beat England, I am unshocked. Rambling too much. Oh. That one there, I think I let it play by accident whilst I was like out the kitchen or something. I definitely haven't watched it. We're not going to watch that one now. But we're going to watch. Can anyone explain these mysterious videos? Expect a Goose Pimples video very soon. He challenged debunkers. Obviously knowing that we would swarm to that video because we can't help ourselves. But anyway. And I will be getting to your comments very soon as well. There's a lot to catch up on. Right, I'm definitely rambling too much. Anyway, let's go. Ooh, swinging pictures. Wherever that is. No idea. Whatever that is.
How you doing?
How you doing? I'm Kevin. This is Slapped Ham.
Today we're looking at some mysterious things caught on camera. But as always, before we dive in, remember to hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content.
Just like this.
Just like this.
It's almost like Tourette's and I can't stop saying that when he says it. Just like this. It's a problem.
In this video from LPE 360, a Wisconsin man and his son disagree about whether a simple can of pop has been touched by a ghost. An indoor security camera placed high in the corner of the family kitchen recorded the footage of an afternoon homework session gone awry.
Where are we looking? Where are we looking?
No. Not today, Satan.
Out of nowhere, the can on the table slides towards the boy. The boy immediately jumps up and backs away from the counter, staring at the can, saying, "Not today, Satan."
Not today, Satan.
Laughs at the over-the-top reaction, saying it's just wet.
Well, the very first thing that came to my mind was his condensation on the table. It looks like a marble-style table. Shiny surface. The can is probably condensating, if that's the word. It probably isn't the word, but you know what I mean. It's dripping, you know, along with the heat. It's condensation dripping onto the table, and it's water. What is it called? Water? Not water retention. Something. There's a term I can't remember. I forget. I don't know what the term is, but the technical term I know of is condensation. I've had it happen to me quite a few times because I did have it. I'm very anymore. I used to have a shiny table in this room, and when I would be watching that TV, put my can down, and about 2 or 3 times because the table was dipped like that. There were 2 or 3 times I put it on. About a minute later, it starts sliding. I'd be like, "What is that? What is that?" Then I realised it's condensation. It's a common thing. And even the dad knows. The dad. This video was obviously uploaded. I'm talking about the uploaders video, not Slapped Ham was the video. It was obviously uploaded for a bit of fun. Because, you know, even the dad says it's just a bit of wet, and then the kid obviously messing about, be gone, Satan. It's clearly just made for a bit of fun, and then uploaded to a paranormal Reddit, probably, and made, look, is this the demon coke? Probably. But you know how it goes.
According to the father's explanation, condensation on the can caused it to slide across the can.
The father's right. I'm not going to go any further in the explanation, because I can guarantee. Because fair play to Callan, right? You think I talk bollocks half the time. Callan goes on a bit. I like Callan, but he goes on a bit. Especially with his explanations. Could this be a coke can on condensation? Or could this coke can be from Tibet? From 100 years ago, and it was blessed by blind monks. And then this coke can travelled all the way to the US of A and found its way into this house in the 1940s. Got buried underneath the house, then was dug up by the kid in 2021, 22, whatever. The kid decides to drink the coke. Little did he know, the coke was cursed. That's what happens when Callan explains something. But anyway.
This clip begins with him talking to the camera, explaining that a picture frame just behind him.
I'm sure I've seen this guy before. It's not the name which just put up in the top right, by the way. That was a mistake. I think that was from the previous clip. This dude right here, I've seen him before. I haven't seen him in a spooky video for almost 2 years, but this guy, I'm fairly sure, if I'm thinking correctly, is he'd basically upload spooky paranormal clips. I think he's doing an ARG or something, he was. But he would only ever do it when he's like blind drunk. Or said he was blind drunk. He's always drunk in his videos. You know, I shouldn't laugh at alcoholism, but that was like his thing in his videos. He was just always drunk in his videos. He wouldn't upload sober, he would always upload drunk. I'm fairly sure it is this guy. If it's not, whoever you are, I do apologise, but I'm fairly sure it is. His house would always look a mess. And again, I'm not one to speak, I know, but mine are littered with beer cans and shit and vodka bottles. I'm not saying he has a mess here. God, right, I should just stop talking and show the clip. Anyway, right.
Explaining that a picture frame just behind him has recently moved.
That picture frame. It's a picture frame, that little black thing.
I'm fairly sure that's the same guy.
That's a picture frame. It's my kids. It started sporadically.
As he's talking, it appears as though some more activity starts to play out. Take a look.
Right in front of my face, dude.
The frame suddenly begins to swing wildly back and forth on its own. It eventually spins in a complete circle before falling off the wall, then crashing violently to the ground.
The problem is, you know, the string, which is no doubt pulling the picture. You can't see it because of just the quality of the camera, and you know, little thin fishing wire always looks pretty invisible at a certain light. I'm sure it's that. Can I prove it? No, I can't. But like I said, I'm fairly sure that's the same guy who, from 2 years ago, I think it was making all these spooky clips, and he's basically making an ARG, and I'm fairly sure that's him. So maybe he started up again. I don't know. Maybe he has. I have no idea. By the way, I'm saying that his mate is there somewhere, or a family member. Again, I can't prove that, but you let me know. What's your explanation for that? Because you can't see nothing. So all you see is the picture frame spinning like it's been yanked. I'm just saying.
It's just under the desk. The frame isn't in the spot where it should have landed.
Where the did the pic?
He looks around under his desk, but it's nowhere to be found.
Where did it go?
I was going to try and go to the original guy's YouTube page, but look, I don't know what's going on with the links here. There's only 2 links showing. What's the point in doing these LPs 360? Maybe like maybe that's like cater clips. Probably copyrighted Callan from Satan. That's why the source is not there. I don't know. So look, clip licensing. Yeah, there you go. So I'll probably get bloody copyrighted now. So unfortunately you can't go to the... That annoys me so much, that does. That annoys me so much. You want to look at something a bit closer, like, you know, to go in a bit more detail on some shit stained cock bollocks Clips Entertainment licensing company ruins everything. It pisses me off. I'm not going to rant about it because it does annoy me. It's these licensing companies never realize that if they were to go to a court of law, they would lose. They would lose on the grounds of fair use. They would lose. And it annoys the shit out of me that YouTube allows it, or allows them to copyright people. I'm not saying, maybe it didn't happen this time and Canon's just being careful and didn't include the sources, or maybe he did, I don't know. It's just annoying that. I dislike that shit a lot. But anyway, went off track. I was going to look at this clip a bit closer to see if there's any cuts, but I can't find the original clip, so I'm just going to move on.
Redditor Glum Understandings 55 believes they've captured one on film. There's
No,
not a lot of info on this clip, but the Redditor was allegedly performing an exorcism when they...
Oh, of course he was. Right, I initially... Obviously, they showed this clip in the beginning of Callan's video, and the first thought was how much of a blocky, overexposed mess this is. This is what happens when you got a shit camera and you point it at a direct light source, or in this case, a TV monitor. It's going to look like that. You're not going to be able to see anything. In fact, it's going to help you hide stuff in the darks of the video, which I already saw this at the beginning of the Callan's video.
Captured something very bizarre in the footage. Watch. On first watch, it can be very hard to see what actually is happening.
I genuinely don't know why this clip is in this particular section of clips, mysterious clips, to be honest with you, because it's clearly an overexposed camera. The person there, she just walked in. I think it's a woman. She just walked in and the thing passes, and then you see her do something with her hands, almost like she's spinning. There you go.
It's shaped
like
like
she's
a
spinning
tall
something.
column, sort of
You
dark
probably didn't see it because my big fat head is in the way. Yeah, let's go through that again, shall we?
shape move from left to right.
Right, so you see the shape, ready? There. And then you see her hands
It's
do
shaped
something.
like a tall column, sort of dark streak that moves at an incredible speed.
I think she's just waving something in front of her face for whatever reason. I don't know if it's some like spiritual stick or something, because he did say they're doing like an exorcism or some shit. And I don't know why they got a computer monitor running at the same time. Maybe they want some cool Spotify tunes flowing through the house to do their exorcism. I don't know. But it's just an overexposed camera. And it's probably something she waved in front of it. Not trying to deliberately pull the wool over people's eyes. Probably just in whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. But is it a shadow dude? No, it's not. I don't want to get worked up. I think that licensing clip thing has pissed me off.
Have you ever heard a conspiracy theory so over the top that you struggle to wrap your head around it?
Every day.
Well, that might be how you'll feel about the Tartarian Empire and its
Tartarian
ever-growing group
Empire?
of online believers. According to proponents of this theory, up until as recently as 100 years ago, Earth was the home of a much more advanced civilization, the
Hang on, wait.
Tartarian.
Did he say 100 years ago?
Up until as recently as 100 years ago, Earth was the home of a much more advanced civilization, the Tartarians. These progressive people created amazing pieces of architecture, namely buildings that would categorize as belonging to the Beaux Arts, classical and Second Empire artistic movements. Believers are certain that only an advanced species could create such an architectural feat containing fluted columns, domes and pediments. Society and architecture in particular advanced so quickly, people argue, that there's no way humans could possibly have been responsible for making it happen.
I think he made the mistake in saying as right up until 100 years ago. It must have been a mistake. He's probably talking about in like the 1200s or the 1400s. I've played Assassin's Creed. I know what's going on.
In the 13th to the 19th century, a vast area of Central Asia was actually referred to geographically as Tartary or Tartaria, and it covered an area bordered by the Ural Mountains, the Caspian Sea, and the Pacific Ocean. It stretched along the northern borders of China, India, and Persia. European cartographers at the time had very little knowledge of this area, and this is kind of how the conspiracy theory got started.
Tartaria. I've actually never heard of this conspiracy. I'm going to say this is new. I'm going to say this conspiracy theory popped up about, I'm to guess, 5 or 6 years ago, right? So look. Great Tartaria was the largest empire during this time and would have still been the largest empire today. The Tartarian Empire flourished due in part to the civilization being a leader in advanced technology, free energy, and grand architecture. This is being spouted like it's fact. Tartary or Tartary was a blanket term used in Western European literature and cartography for a vast part of Asia bounded by the Caspian Sea, the Ural Mountains. Right, that's all this sounds like. It was that Westerners didn't explore that part of the world, so they thought, it must be mysterious and advanced, because we don't know. That's what it sounds like. I've never heard of this conspiracy before, I must say. Blanket term used for Western European literature. The actor's use of toponym, place name, can be traced to the 13th and 19th century. Alright, it's pretty much what Callan said so far, apart from the advanced part. Tartary became the most common name for Central Asia that had no connection with the real polities or ethnic groups of the region. Until the 19th century, European knowledge of the area remained extremely scarce. In modern English-speaking tradition, the region formerly known as Tartary is usually called Inner or Central Eurasia. Much of the area consists of arid plains, the main population of which in the past was engaged in animal husbandry. Interesting. I like this. Whoever wrote this, I like them, right? Ignorance surrounding Tartary's use as a place name has spawned conspiracy theories, including ideas of hidden past and mud floods. Such theories assert that Tartary, or Tartaria, was a lost civilization with advanced technology and culture. This ignores the well-documented history of Asia, which Tartary refers to in the present day. The Tartary region covers a region spanning from central Afghanistan to northern Kazakhstan, as well as areas to present Mongolia, China, and Russia's Far East, in Chinese Tartary. So it's a real place, but for whatever bloody reason, people have started conspiracies about it. Which is just typical. I want to know when this conspiracy started. I guarantee it's recent. I guarantee it's recent. As far as I can tell, this conspiracy theory was started 2 years ago. And I am not surprised. It's amazing how theories always... I'm a big conspiracy theory guy. Where's my book? I don't know where my book is. I got this conspiracy book somewhere. I don't know what it is, but I like conspiracies. But there's a lot of crazy shit out there which people just... because they can't explain something or they don't want to see the facts right in front of their eyes, they'll say it's a conspiracy. Because that's cool and interesting. Saying that it's just a part of Central Asia or Eurasia is not cool. But saying it's an advanced technology of humans long lost to history, that's cool. Look at the Atlantis stuff. People love that shit. So I can understand why people like it, conspiracy theories. But it was started 2 years ago by probably some nutcase who didn't have anything better to do at the time. But anyway, moving on. It's people who say that humans couldn't build like complicated structures even a couple of 100 years ago. We could. We're not that dumb. I'm not saying that we know everything about history and what have you. I'm a big believer in, I think history could be a little skewed. I do believe that. I think, because of certain things around the world and what have you. I'm not going to go into it. But at the same time, to say that, even like 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago, we didn't know how to build shit. Humans are very resourceful, especially when they have numbers and time, which they had a lot of back then. So that was my phone, sorry. So yeah, I can totally understand that the conspiracy theory is very cool and interesting. I like them. A lot of them are complete and utter bloody bollocks, though. Just for coolness. But anyway.
Video from Instagrammer UFO Life has recently gone viral, and it's left viewers confused and startled as to what exactly it shows. It's a little after 7:30 on the evening of September 28, 2016. As the video begins, we see a close-up shot of a bright white streak of cloud across a blue sky. If you look closely at the cloud, you might notice a small white orb that appears to be behind
I can
all
see
of
the orb.
cloud. The cloud
don't want
around the white orb begins to evaporate
Oh,
at an
right.
astonishing rate. One viewer theorizes that the orb is an alien craft that's somehow able to use the cloud to power itself. Others suggest that the heat from a spaceship might make the moisture from a cloud fade like a defroster on a car windshield.
The date was September 28th, 2016. We don't know where this was, mind. Was there like a SpaceX launch or something? That's counting that date is correct, mind. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Maybe the wind blew the clouds. I don't know.
And while the object itself remains unidentified, it's what happens next that's left most people stunned. Take a look.
I don't know. I genuinely do not know with this, and I'm not going to speculate. Do I think it's a UFO? No, I don't. Do I think it's something completely natural? Yes. Do I know what that is? No, I don't. It's as simple as that. But I don't know. Let me know down below what you think it is. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on that. So, yeah, moving on.
Check out this bizarre footage from LPE 360 recorded in
LPE
Syria.
360 again, I'm probably going to
The
get
footage
copyright
shows
because
a blue sky with white
I can guarantee
clouds
Canon's been copyrighted.
across. Everything seems normal at first, but the voice behind the camera tells us that something is very wrong. The man sounds disturbed as he pans the camera across the clouds. That's when we can see it. The clouds appear to be rippling.
Машалла, машалла, машалла! Я не знаю, что это такое. Аллаху Акбар.
There's very little explanation for the bizarre events in this footage. Just like the footage from the previous segment, viewers were quick to suggest government weather control or perhaps alien interference. Several comments suggested it could be the work of a...
Now, I was initially going to say maybe it's like a shockwave from a plane passing by or something, but looking closer at it, what it looks like to me. It looks like he's pointing the camera at the flow, or maybe like a big puddle, or a lake, a really calm lake, and they're just slowly rippling. I don't know, that's what it looks like to me. It's the reflection of the sky in the pond or puddle or whatever, a body of water, and they just send the ripples through to make it like a cool video. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me almost, actually.
He pans the camera around and we can see that it's happening.
Actually,
all over
that's
the sky.
exactly what it looks like now. The more I think about it, the more I think he's just looking at a body of
The
water.
man sounds disturbed as he pans the camera.
Let me move my big fat head out of the way. The more I think he's just looking at the reflection of the sky, in a body of water, and rippling the water. I don't know. Because the other problem is you never see the camera pan to any identifying piece of land. You just see blue sky and nothing
Clouds
else.
scattered across. Everything seems normal at first, but the voice behind the camera.
And you only see the
tells us
ripples
that
when he
something
zooms in.
is very
That is
wrong.
another thing as well, by
The
the way.
man sounds disturbed as he pans the camera across the clouds. That's when we can see it. The clouds appear.
And the only reason you're seeing the ripples on the clouds is because that's the only thing producing a different contrast of colour compared to the blue.
He pans the camera around and we can see that it's happening all over the sky.
In fact, it is. The more I look at it, the more I am pretty bloody convinced he's looking at water and the sky's reflection and creating the ripples himself. Because when the ripples go, look, see, the ripples are reflecting light from above the water. Because you can see the darkness in the top of the waves and the lightness in the bottom of the waves, which means it's reflecting light from above. Because the waves are travelling that way. If you know what I mean.
The camera around and we can see that it's happening all over the sky.
Много ангелов, братья, рядами. Такбир!
I don't know. Unless he pans to the ground, I'm
There's
completely
very little
wrong now.
explanation for the
See, that's the thing, look. The ripples only appear when he zooms right in. Even when he zooms out, there is no ripples. And it's not like because you can't see them because he zoomed out. There's literally no ripples. They only start appearing once he zooms in.
Several comments suggested it could be the work of a government program called Project HARP.
I could be totally wrong, but I am convinced he's looking at water and creating the ripples himself with the reflection of the sky. But I could be wrong. So who knows? Right anyway, that was it. That was a weird one. My God, I've been going on for way too long. I take it back where I said about Callan talking way longer than me. But anyway, that's it. I don't think it broke down anything apart from the ripple at the end. I could be wrong on that. Who knows? I don't know. Now, I'm going to go watch Wales win against England in the World Cup. I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm excited. Obviously, we're going to get our asses kicked. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you like this video. Leave it something new to my channel. I do this quite often. And that's it. Thanks for watching. And bye for now.